No, it was a joke we made a couple weeks ago that I was going to overdose on fentanyl chocolate and he can take over the podcast. Yeah.
It was actual fentanyl chocolate a real thing?
There probably is.
Yeah.
That's what
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. That's what they're lacing the Halloween candy with. Like,
Check your kids' candy for fentanyl this year.
Just like 30% of parents in America overdose on fentanyl.
I need kids. Yeah.
Well, no, if the parents are checking their chocolate, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do we start?
Welcome back to the Paradizo Boiz. We got a jam-packed episode. Riley's here, of course. New co-host, official.
So
Papa
honored.
Sean, sometimes occasional co-host, somewhat official.
Yeah.
And longtime viewers of the show will recognize this guy. Or if you attend Detroit open mics, you also recognize this guy. It's Ayman is back.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Welcome back, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
And congratulations on the
Thank you.
co-host. Yeah.
Thank you.
Everyone's moving on up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Making big moves.
Making big moves.
It's 2024, baby.
Yeah.
New year, new look.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like it.
So, boys.
Yeah.
Still Jeffuary.
It's Jeffuary, as we all know. It's Jeffuary. We're talking all the Jeffs. This week is no different. We're talking
The best Jeff.
the best Jeff.
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
That's a hot one. Best Jeff.
yeah,
think
best
so.
Jeff.
Okay.
Okay,
So we know right off the bat.
Close. Goldblum, Bridges. Very close, but I think Bridges has a slight advantage over him.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's a
Goldblum has
career?
The Fly and Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Jurassic World.
Yeah. Bridges, though, has got Tron and Big Lebowski.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about White Squall.
That's true.
Yeah.
And The Old Man.
Fantastic, by the way.
I haven't seen it. I saw the commercials for it.
I'm like 2 episodes out from finishing it. It's just such an intense show that I had to like pause it for a minute and be like, I can't binge this. This is too much.
Isn't it like a CW show or something?
No, it's a FX show.
Oh, FX.
Yeah, it's on
okay.
Hulu, though.
They make good things.
They make really good new stuff.
Yeah.
Always Sunny.
Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's FX, yeah.
Atlanta.
Oh,
Also
fantastic.
FX,
Yeah.
yeah.
Great show.
You know what else Jeff Bridges was in that is also fantastic?
Let's hear it.
Voice actor for Surf's Up.
Yes.
Oh.
I have that in my notes here in all caps as Surf's Up. I mean, he does a great job in that movie.
Riley, you could be in Surf's Up.
You think I could be in Surf's
You could
Up
be in
as a
Surf's Up.
voice actor? Or like my personal being as
Like
a character?
both,
I
in
think
the
he's
either.
calling
movie?
you a penguin.
Yeah, you're a penguin.
Are you telling me I sit on eggs and do all the lady work? Because that's what penguins do. Male penguins do all the lady work.
No, because you have like surfer bro energy, I think.
I'll take it.
If it's a vibrating egg,
I'll
I'm
take
down.
it.
Vibrating. Yeah, if it's a simian.
A simian egg. We're not
the
on
Samoans out
Stern.
of it.
Relax.
Yeah. That'd be funny. You just leave like a vibrating egg out, like, and one of the penguins sits on it and just experiences pleasure for the first.
That's my Cinderella story.
Yeah.
Fuck the slipper. Yeah.
We're starting to film Penguin Bang Bus.
Oh, it's cold.
2 girls, 1 iceberg.
Hey.
I can't wait for my dad to watch this episode already. Like,
Yeah.
Right at the beginning,
my
too.
sweet papa will see this.
Yeah, I forgot your dad's a fan. Well, he's a fan of the episodes that you were on.
Yeah.
To be clear, the man who makes Molotov cocktails who was scared to watch the episode. So.
Yeah.
No, Surf's Up was great because when I was not a kid, I was like 20-something, I want to say.
That's a kid.
I was a manager at a Blockbuster.
No shit.
And yeah,
Hell
and
yeah.
we would have the same trailer DVD that we'd have to play over and over and over again. And after like a 8-hour shift, like 5 hours in, you're just like, I can't watch this same trailer over and again. So we'd always throw movies in, but they had to be super kid-friendly movies. Surf's Up, we'd watch that all the time.
What about Surf Ninjas?
3 Ninjas.
Okay, 3 Ninjas.
Yeah, that's not what you're talking about. The
Wasn't there Surf Ninjas, too?
Well, 3 Ninjas was the one they surfed in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 ninjas and a baby.
Yeah.
You guys ever heard of Surf Nazis Must Die?
No.
I've only heard of it. It was recommended to be by my stepdad. It's apparently like a 70s or 80s B movie.
I was gonna say that sounds very B movie.
Yeah, and it's like this kid lives in a neighborhood and he lives with either his single mom or his grandma, and there's like surfing Nazis that start to invade the neighborhood. And
Do they wear bathing suits or do they wear actual?
I
like,
think they're in
Hugo
full
Boss
Hugo
uniform?
Boss uniform,
That'd be
surfing
pretty-
in full leather, which is dangerous.
Yeah.
They're all
Yeah.
going to drown if they
Does
fall.
the kid live on the beach?
He lives near the beach, I can
Lives near
imagine.
the
How
beach.
many surf Nazis were there?
I don't know. I've never seen the movie.
Yeah, was
Tight if
there,
there was
was there a
9.
surf? You son of a bitch.
They don't hang 10. They hang 9.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, was there like a surf Hitler? Was he like the leader of them?
Again, I've never seen it. I've
fair.
heard of it.
I don't know why we're asking you all these questions. You said
I
you
want to
didn't
see it. It's in my
Instead of
watch
the mustache,
list.
she's got the neon sunscreen right there. Yeah,
Yeah, he's got the soul patch instead of the mustache.
I like it.
The soul patch is really the Hitler mustache of the chin.
Yeah, it's the upside down soul patch.
It's a bunch of Polynesian guys with dyed blonde hair and blue contacts in.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, the cover to this is amazing. It looks like Contra.
Yeah, the cover's
Yeah,
great.
it looks like the Contra video game.
What the hell? And like
yeah.
a sexy chick.
I'd throw it in the watch list for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I wish
Surf's
Jeff
Up.
Bridges was in that.
There's no
movie.
Nazis
Yeah.
in Surf's Up.
Yeah.
No,
Only
but
a
there's
Jeff
Shia
Bridges.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf and the love of my life, Zoe Deschanel, is in that movie
Yes.
as well, too.
Uh-huh. She plays the love interest.
Yeah. As she is still my love interest these days.
Staying in the military vein, but getting back to Jeff, Men Who Stare at Goats.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
solid.
That's a good one, yeah.
Solid rewatch, yeah.
Jeff was in the military.
Was
Jeff
he?
was a Coast Guard reserve
That
for
doesn't
7
Coast
years.
Guard's not really in the military.
Well, okay, yeah.
Not dogging on their service.
Yeah. He was out in the
Those
ocean.
pussies.
He was out in the ocean having gay sex for 7 years as a Coast Guard reserve.
International waters doesn't count.
Yeah, yeah, well, there you go.
It's
It was
straight
just
if you're in the
sex.
Navy.
No eye contact.
Just regular
international
sex.
waters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were fucking their thighs, right?
Yeah. Like Lincoln and his
Like
boys.
Lincoln and his boys. Apparently, according to Riley's history books,
There's
Lincoln was fucking his
like a
buddy's
folk
thighs.
tale that Abraham Lincoln and his boys used to lube each other's thighs up and give it to each other in the thighs. It's a folk tale. I don't know how real that
I'm also
is,
amazed that
but
lube was a thing back then.
I don't know if it was lube, more so like
Tree sap?
grease or tree
Syrup,
sap,
yeah.
syrup, something of the sort.
All of free will, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just have dogs like running up and licking their
Ugh.
boys.
Before peanut butter, man.
Yeah,
So, makes sense.
penis butter.
Hey.
Jeez.
We're sorry.
You're good.
Turn it off.
I just remember the first episode of the guys was really nice and tame. We just told fun stories, and now I'm just imagining fucking the man who freed the slaves, just right between his buddy's
Lubing
thighs.
himself up with whale oil.
Yeah, it was probably blubber.
Sorry, Ollie.
My sweet papa. The other thing too for Bridges that I totally forgot,
Yeah.
but then I saw it again as IMDb because I was looking it up the other day. Fucking Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Obadiah
2008
Stane.
one. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was he was like the first Marvel villain.
Yeah, he played a great villain in it too.
Yeah.
Pretty good, yeah.
That was before Marvel really like sold out and crapped out with all their newer stuff.
With all the gay feminists that they have in these movies.
What's Captain Marvel? Is that the Brie Larson one?
Yeah.
Oh God,
Yeah.
that's that. Yeah, that one's not
I
fun.
didn't. Did you see that?
I
one?
watched the first Captain Marvel. I enjoyed it because as a '90s kid, it brought back a lot of memories. I didn't watch the newest one though.
I might have
kinda-
only
yeah.
seen the newest one. I don't
Yeah.
really watch a lot of Marvel stuff. But there's just a picture of Brie Larson that I know. She's taking a selfie in a movie theater lobby with a guy who looks like an incel, and it's captioned this guy has seen Captain Marvel 12 times, and it's just like those are the kind of people.
He
that-
didn't watch it for the script. He watched it for her.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, but even then, you just like go look at pictures of her online at your house. You don't need to buy 12 movie tickets to see Brie Larson.
But how else is he gonna meet her? She was like, "This is the
That's
only
true.
person
If
who's
he
gonna see
had
this
the
movie 12
opportunity to
times."
meet her,
Was the guy dressed like Pee Wee Herman?
It reminds me of the guy who was trying to break the record of watching Avengers Endgame the most, and he would literally watch it 4 times a day for like the entire time it was in theaters. He watched it 4 times a day.
jeez.
Do you have anything else going on?
No, I was like, get a job.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here, man?
It's not cheap.
No.
Yeah. Movie prices today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a crazy. It was like a crazy thing I was following on the internet. I spent too much time on the internet.
Yeah.
That
We
guy
all do
has to
nowadays.
be on a disability check, right?
I mean, I feel like, and this is coming from
He just
somebody who
lives
is
in a
big Marvel nerd. I love the Marvel movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most of the fan base is slightly should be on disability checks. Yes.
I was gonna say either on a disability check or won a lawsuit from like getting hit by a truck, and now he's a little fucked
Or
up or
Paul
something.
Glantz's son. Paul Glantz, the CEO of Imagine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Does he have a handicapped
No, he
son?
doesn't have a
No, just every
handicapped
time you
son.
go
I
there,
just
he has a
think it's
spiel
funny
that he does. Yeah.
Oh,
He thinks
yeah.
it's important to put himself before every movie that you watch.
I always
Yeah.
think that's so funny. Like
Yeah.
he thinks he's a celebrity, and he sort of made himself into a celebrity by doing
Yeah.
that. But
That's true.
It's just he's kind of like a meme at this point, where it's just like the weird CEO guy who like puts himself in front of all the movies.
Yeah, he hosts his own red carpet events at Imagine Theater.
Yeah, he has cardboard
That's
cutouts of
crazy.
himself in the lobbies.
So you could take pictures
That's a
of them.
power move. To just
I've
go
taken
out,
pictures. I'm guilty of taking pictures of the Paul Glantz cardboard cutout.
like
I have not. Something I would do though for sure, but I've not done that.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna think about doing that the next time I go to the movie.
It's a good Instagram
next
post.
time I start sniffing a little bit of fuck you money, I'm gonna get cardboard cutouts of myself, just so I don't feel as lonely.
Just
Yeah.
leave them around
they're not that
places.
expensive.
Really?
You can get those for pretty cheap.
Okay,
Yeah.
I need to look into it.
I
What do you spend on the internet?
I priced it out.
That's
I don't remember how much it was, but I remember it was Christmas like 8 years ago, and I was trying to figure out what I was going to get everybody for Christmas gifts, and I decided I'm going to get everybody the same gift, and it's a coffee mug with a picture of my face on both sides of it, like
Nice.
on the one side and the other.
Yeah.
And then when Christmas came around, I bought 25 of them. It was like $90 for 25 of them, so it was not bad. But I kept messing around on the website, and on there you could get the cardboard cutouts as well too. And I don't remember them being that expensive either.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good gift because you could just like stockpile them up, and then every year you just give the people
yeah.
more mugs of your face.
It became kind of a thing too at my job. If somebody got fired who had one of those mugs, other people would take that mug off their desk before the team would come and clear off their desk for them, and like send them all their stuff back. So somebody would always have like just randomly. Somebody I didn't know would have just a mug on their desk with a picture of my face on it.
That's a horrible way
What's
to
going
go.
on here?
Yeah. Poor guy.
Yeah.
They have no idea who you are, and then they find out they're fired because of your face.
The other part that's messed up about having a mug with your face on it is some of your friends decide to send you pictures of them putting their balls in the mug. And it's just my face right there, and then just the dick hanging down. You're just like, you
Yeah.
Does that make you buy through proxy?
Yeah.
maybe I guess. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's all right.
It's 2024, man.
You know who else is bi? Jeff Bridges.
Is he?
No.
That'd be funny. He's
That'd
been
be
married
funny.
to the same woman for like 50-something years.
Good for him.
Who's his
I always
wife?
like when I hear
Some Hollywood actress
Some
named
bitch.
Susan something.
that. Susan Sarandon.
No.
Susan Sarandon.
That'd be
rap.
dope.
Some plain-faced white lady.
Yeah, just some dumb-looking Hollywood actress lady. Nothing too interesting about her, but they have 3 daughters together.
Good for
Nice.
them.
All
They
pretty,
hot.
all pretty good-looking ladies. The
Yeah.
daughters. I had to
I
look.
knew-
Yeah. It's like, ooh, 3 daughters.
Do any of them have OnlyFans?
No,
Okay.
sadly.
No, they
Yeah,
got
that's
Jeff
Lawrence
Bridges' dad.
Fishburne.
mug.
Yeah,
They don't
they
need
got
that.
well, and their mom's
need
a
to
Hollywood
worry.
actress
They're on
too.
Patreon. Okay.
They're set
Yeah.
for life.
Lawrence Fishburne's daughter went like hardcore porn.
She
and,
did.
like,
So she was like an illegitimate child of his. Like he wasn't really
She was a
supporting her or
bastard.
anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she just went
She went for it.
started doing porn. Yeah.
Good for her. Or bad for her.
If anyone's daughter
Whatever
needs an
the point is.
OnlyFans, it's Jude Law's.
Is his daughter?
Whatever
She's a
the fuck.
babe.
Yeah?
Iris Law, yeah, she's a babe.
What about Johnny Depp's daughter? She needs an OnlyFans.
She's a babe too. Is she 18
isn't that
though?
show that she did essentially?
the Idol. It's pretty much
Yeah.
just like
That was the horniest show I've ever watched. Ever.
I haven't. Watched
I'll have
'cause
to
I
get
heard
on
that
that.
show was hornier than this is gonna make me sound super old, but that show was hornier than like Red Shoe Diaries was. Does anybody catch that
I
reference
have
at
no
all?
idea what that is, but
Red Shoe Diaries was a show they used to have on HBO like late at night, and when you're a teenager
never
and
had
you
the
get
sound
the
on,
yeah,
so, yeah.
the free weekend. You don't need to pay attention to sound. David Duchovny was on a couple episodes of it, and it was just like just
it was pre
stories of the week. Yeah,
Californication.
yeah. Californication also another horny show.
Yeah.
But it was just all like sex stories
Nice.
throughout it all, and the Idol was still filthier than that was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Add it to the list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you want to see the Weeknd in like a weird wig and like, I don't know. I just liked watching the clips of the Weeknd from that show. I have no other context of the show.
I just don't think I could ever listen to his music again.
Yeah.
I've never liked his music personally.
I loved it. He's Canadian. I gotta love him, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Are you Canadian?
I am Canadian. Yes.
Nice.
Good boy.
Yeah.
I'm a Weeknd enthusiast. Justin Bieber acceptor, I guess you could say.
I like Bieber.
Beef's alright.
I like Bieber's
Yeah.
newer
Are you a
stuff,
Drake guy?
honestly.
Have we talked about this before?
I do love me some Drake, yes.
You dabble in Drake?
Not his most recent stuff, but I still stand by, what was it? Views? It was a
Views?
great one.
Uh-huh.
And then the other album he did with Passion Fruit. I can't remember the name
I
of it.
was
It was good.
no, it wasn't Scorpion. I can't remember, but it's the one where he's dressed like his dad. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
I was pretty big into Drake back in the day too. So
Back in the day, he's been out for like what, 10 years?
Yeah.
No, Drake's been out for more than 10 years,
Really?
I feel
Back in
like.
my-
Yeah.
Are we including Degrassi days as well too?
No, like music Drake even. I
yeah?
want to say Drake's first album was like 2011 or something like that.
That makes sense, yeah.
I'm actually going to look right now
no,
because
Nothing Was the Same was 2012, and that I think was his second studio album after Take Care.
That was
I
in the
think
middle.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he probably had mixtapes and stuff
Yeah,
before
yeah.
that too, so he's
Hotline
been
Bling,
big.
still one of the greatest songs ever made.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Hotline Bling is a good one. I'm not a big Drake guy and I like Hotline Bling.
I was managing bars at the time, so like I never knew who was playing on the jukebox, but like so I'd always be like, yeah, fuck Drake, and everyone's like, Sean, you love Drake. Like, this is Drake. I'm like, oh, okay,
You're just sitting
not
there
bad.
cleaning cups and just
Yeah,
singing along to Hotline Bling.
yeah, pretty much.
Doing the shoe sweep thing that he does, dance he does in the music video.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot of floor space. And
Yeah.
I didn't have the.
His first album was 2009.
Really?
So Drake's coming up on 15 years.
God damn.
Jesus, Drake.
Yeah.
The game.
Remember when he
Hats off
tried
you,
to
Drake.
hide his child for a minute? That
Yeah.
was really funny.
That was
Oh,
a
I
pretty good
still,
moment.
I still, do you guys remember the old school rap beefs of like Biggie and Tupac? Hit 'Em Up was one of the hardest rap disses ever made.
It was.
Yeah, like I think it starts off "fuck
First
you" and
off,
your.
I fucked your bitch and the clicky clang.
Yeah.
West Side till we ride. Come equipped with game.
Yeah, but then you get like Pusha T pushed it to another level, where he outed him as having an illegitimate child that he was hiding from the world, and
That-
now he
yeah.
has to be like the greatest dad ever.
Yeah.
Pusha
Kind
T
of is.
made him have to be a dad.
Yeah, it's
which
crazy.
is wild that like a song did
He
that.
kind of is. I watched some of their videos together, and I'm like, oh, he's such a good dad. Drake, you're such a good guy. I just want to hang out with you.
And that's all Pusha T.
Yeah, it's all thanks to Pusha T.
I think Adonis, Drake's son, should have to consider Pusha T his paternal grandfather.
Yeah.
I mean, he after
After he
that
sunned
song,
Drake.
he pretty much became Drake's father.
Yeah. So yeah, he's
And then-
Adonis's
And then
paternal
Drake was like,
grandfather.
oh, I had a response, but no, it was too far. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Do you think
Drake's
he
a
had a
bitch
response?
for that.
I think he had a response. It was just not going to come anywhere near it.
Yeah.
Because that's like the greatest diss track of all time, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Pusha T is amazing. I was team Pusha T all throughout that.
I still am, dude.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I love Drake, but I still
I'm
Pusha's
still,
the man,
I'm
dude.
still a homer for like when we were talking diss tracks, like Kill Shot from Eminem.
That was a
Yeah.
good one too. That was
Well,
a very
Killshot
good
was
one.
another one that's crazy, is because he dissed Machine Gun Kelly so bad that Machine Gun Kelly became an emo pop punk rap
Yeah, like punk rocker. Yeah,
As
he
opposed
changed
to a rapper.
genres.
Yeah,
He was really sad.
He had
about
to
it.
skedaddle from rap.
it's like leaving comedy to go to slam poetry.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen after this podcast ends.
Machine Gun Kelly might as well make ska music now. It's
Yeah.
that bad. Yeah.
Real Big Fish featuring Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
I hate to admit it, as an emo kid in my youth, that My Bloody Valentine album Machine Gun Kelly put out was pretty fun.
No, there's good
Yeah,
songs.
it was
I
pretty
like.
fun.
I don't hate his new music by any means, but yeah, I still think he was better as a rapper. Like Lace Up was a good album. His first
See, I never
rap
listened to any of his
album.
raps. Yeah.
Good stuff. Lace Up is a good album.
I just also think it
Take
was
your word for it.
yeah.
He had a run on Catfish. Like I was scrolling channels. Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh,
was on
yeah.
He was on
Catfish.
Catfish, the MTV
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, he was.
I was
I never watched that show either. Was
very confused.
I know the premise of the show, but like, what did he do? Was like he like helping out people?
Yeah, they're like, let's get Machine Gun Kelly's thoughts on this.
He's doing charity.
Machine Gun Kelly's just like in a driveway of like a trailer park, like this fucked up, and I'm just like, I was still.
I mean, maybe they probably were thinking like, if they see like this guy who's like the lowest of the lowest, they might consider changing their ways.
That's fair.
That's right.
Maybe someone was using Machine Gun Kelly's picture, and so
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be funny if
Yeah.
they had him on the episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if they catfish someone as
Machine Gun Kelly. That'd be a pretty shitty person to pick to catfish someone.
Yeah.
I don't find him that good
It's like
looking.
a punked catfish crossover.
I mean, Megan Fox.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but
Transformers changed my life after I saw her for the first time.
Is Jeff Bridges in that?
Jeff Bridges is not in that,
No.
unfortunately. I think he would play a good voice actor for one of the Transformers.
Yeah, he
but-
would.
yeah, he would have been a good Decepticon.
You know
Yeah.
who was one of the Transformers? I don't remember which one, but John Goodman was one of the Transformers.
that makes sense.
And Jeff Bridges and John Goodman. Big Lebowski.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Yes.
right.
Big Lebowski.
You guys seen that one?
Yeah.
What, the Big Lebowski?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
That would have been really
Rewatched it
funny if in the scene in the bowling alley where they get in the shootout in the parking lot after,
Yeah.
their car just turned into a transformer
That'd be
and
pretty
started
funny,
like
yeah.
kicking the dudes that were
Yeah.
shooting at them.
The dude's
the
just like,
nihilist.
"Ah, shit,
Yeah.
man. Damn,
Don't
bro."
care.
Yeah.
Wasn't Flea one of the nihilists in that
He
one?
was.
Yeah.
He was one of the nihilists.
And that movie also introduced us to Tara Reid.
Tara Reid.
Yes, babe.
Yeah.
Pre Panama City.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Spring
Buscemi,
Break. Tara Reid.
John Turturro, who's also in Transformers.
Played the Jesus.
He played the Jesus.
Yeah.
Juice-headed man.
And then Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore. Yeah. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour
Yep.
Hoffman. Yeah.
PSH.
PSH, the homie, R.I.P.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
Had to have been some great smack on that set if he was there. Yeah.
Philip
He's
Seymour
one of
Hoffman.
those guys that like I don't understand how he had a career for as long as he did and held his shit together for as long as he did, considering he was like an avid heroin user.
Yeah.
Now I've heard stories of people that like recreationally use heroin, but that sounds fucking impossible.
Yeah.
So
Isn't there that Harvard professor who's just like, yeah. I
Yeah.
like
there,
it.
that's the
Every
story
once in
I'm
a while,
talking
yeah.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Hart, I think is his name.
I don't
Saw
know
him on
his name.
Joe
Yeah.
Rogan's.
It's
Yeah.
like smoking a doobie for him. He like does it like 2-3 nights a week. He's just like, yeah, it's relaxing.
Yeah, he does like coke, heroin. Like,
Yeah.
he does all this shit.
It's wild.
I went down a Reddit rabbit hole where there's apparently like what's the worst Reddit thread that you've seen, and this guy's like, I tried heroin for the first time and it's great, and then like over the course of 3 weeks he ruins his life and
God.
is like posting
Jesus.
about it like, oh, and so
How? Sometimes you just gotta not post your shit on the internet.
Sometimes you got to.
It's as simple as
Yeah.
that. Well,
Too,
yeah. 2 easy steps to avoid that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if I make it to 80, I'm gonna try it and see what Kurt
Might as
Cobain
well.
had. You know.
Yeah.
And so PSH.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk
PSH.
about do an episode on Philip Seymour Hoffman?
Now we've talked about him a bit, but we haven't done a deep dive.
I mean, he comes up a lot because he's in a lot of fucking
shit,
movies.
yeah.
So
I'm trying to remember the name of the one. It's him, Marissa Tomei, and I think Ethan Hawke. Before the Devil Knows You're Dead.
yes,
That's
that's a
a
great
great
movie.
movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I saw that
Yeah.
for the first time like 6 or 7 months ago. It's a really good movie.
that's
I
a
liked it a
fantastic
lot.
movie.
I liked him in The Big Lebowski because he's just kind of like an idiot, and it's kind of uncharacteristic for him. Like I haven't seen a ton of his early movies, but like you think of him in the later movies as being he's usually either a dickhead or like a stoic guy. But in this one, he's just kind of like, oh, Mr. Lebowski, please return the rug, and he's just kind of like a moron.
These are
He's
little
a- he's a-
Lebowski urban achievers.
Yeah.
He's a go-to man for who's the guy who played the dude in the other Lebowski guy?
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
I don't remember that actor's
the
name.
Old guy.
But he was good in that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just good.
Are you talking not Sam Elliott?
Not Sam Elliott.
The
no.
old guy in the wheelchair.
Oh, okay.
The wheelchair bound.
Sam
gentleman.
Elliott only had
Wheelchair
just a
Lebowski.
small part in there, right?
He was the narrator.
And then he
and then
showed
he
up
was
at the end,
bar.
right?
Yeah, he's in the end.
And so
Which Sam Elliott's character in Big Lebowski, well, I guess he's only at the end, but he's like a cowboy, and then that makes me think of True Grit, which has Jeff Bridges.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Boom.
I was just
Water
thinking about that.
bag.
And
one,
is
too.
a banger. I remember seeing it in theaters. I was probably way too young to see that movie in theaters because I'm only 22.
Okay.
So when that movie came out, I was
Yeah.
probably 10.
yeah, geez.
And just should not have seen it in theaters. But I remember thinking to myself, like, damn, I'm so glad my stepdad brought me to see this and doesn't have the boundaries that, like, a normal parent would to know that I shouldn't be seeing this movie.
I haven't seen it. That's one of the.
It's a good
It's a
one.
good one.
Matt Damon.
Abigail Breslin. I think that's the girl.
No, isn't it the girl?
She's a babe. Whoever's
She's
in
in
it.
the Marvel
I can't
movies.
think. I can't think of
No,
who it is right
she
now.
plays the young Hawkeye, I think.
Hailee Steinfeld?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Is it? I thought it was Abigail Breslin. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
it might be Hailee Steinfeld.
But
Whoever
I
it
just
is,
heard
they're
that.
hot.
The other good Bridges role was where he was the
Oh, yeah, it
country
is Hailee
music star.
Steinfeld,
Wild Horses.
Wild Horses or Wild Heart?
Wild Heart, yeah.
Great,
I haven't seen that one.
It's great flick. He plays like this washed up country star that then like kind of has like his moment again.
Oh, okay.
Come back around and they're putting him on tour again and whatever
Nice.
else. It's like a country A Star Is Born. You know.
Okay.
He'd be good in a Star Wars.
It's like a feel-good story.
Yeah.
Stars Born, isn't that Bradley Cooper
And Lady
It was
Gaga.
yeah, but it was originally not originally. It was remade twice. The first remake was Chris Christopherson and Barbra Streisand.
Okay.
The second remake was Lady Gaga's and Bradley Coops.
Bradley Cooper.
I got you.
Yeah.
Going back to watching movies when you're way too young to watch them,
Yeah.
I just remembered it right now. I went to go see Serpico,
Ooh.
which is not a movie for
That's
a
not-
child.
No,
at
but a
all.
good movie.
Great
Yeah.
movie. And I remember being in the theater, and then just this one, it's a day I had off work. I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to go watch this movie. I heard a lot of good stuff about it. Went by myself to the theater. I'm sitting there, and I just hear a kid, like way too young to be in this movie's voice. And I turn around, and I see like a mom, a dad, and their like 8-year-old son watching this. I was like, yo, they just saw the cartel cut a dude's head off and hang him on a fucking...
Yeah,
you know,
that's
on
fucking
bridges.
crazy.
Like, what
yeah,
are we doing here, guys? You can't bring this kid in here.
that's
Pacino
wild.
heads. They're big.
I got my family kicked out of Harry and the Hendersons in theaters because I started screaming every time Harry came on the screen.
Oh, man.
So, yeah. And then I grew up to look like this.
You are Harry from the Hendersons.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Jeff Bridges movies I seen not recently. It came out a few years ago. It was called Bad Times at the El Royale.
Great flick.
It was really good. It got like I think it did horrible in the BO, and then it not great reviews either. But I really enjoyed it.
Isn't Chris Hemsworth in it? He plays like a Charles Manson
Yeah,
type
he's
character.
like a cult leader. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of ensemble-y type cast, right?
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth, Don Johnson's daughter. I don't remember her name. Who else? Jeff Bridges,
I know.
some black lady.
I watched that too a while back.
Whoopi Goldberg. I heard a story the other day on a podcast. This guy was like out and about, and there was an older white man on a date with an older black lady, and he told the older black lady she looked like Whoopi Goldberg.
Jesus.
And the old white man took offense to it, and he was like, "What the hell are you trying to say?" Blah 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 blah. And so the guy on the podcast was just like, "Look, man, all I said was she looks like Whoopi Goldberg. If you think that implies she's ugly, then you have something against Whoopi Goldberg, and then clearly the woman you brought out on this date. So now you're implied to say Whoopi Goldberg's good looking." And he like baited the guy into saying Whoopi Goldberg is pretty.
Poor guy. Why did this guy just walk up to a random date and say
And
that
be
she
like,
looked
"You look like Whoopi Goldberg," because he's a
Chaos.
dickhead.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why.
kind of sheer
Exactly.
Chaos. Yeah.
This cast at Bad Times at El Royale is pretty crazy. So you got Bridges, John Hamm,
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love John
Chris
Hamm.
Hemsworth, Dakota Johnson.
Yeah.
I know this guy Lewis Pullman. I don't remember what I've seen him in. Offerman's in it. Russell Crowe's in it. I don't know if Russell Crowe's in
remember
it.
Russell Crowe.
He may have been a producer or something
Maybe,
like
yeah.
that because he doesn't have a character name.
Nick Offerman, is that
Yeah.
in The Last of Us when he plays the gay guy?
Fantastic, dude.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
It's just not a
Brought a
role
tear
you would
to my
expect
eye.
him to see,
Yeah.
like to expect to see him in, but they play such good characters.
And the
Did you just get like hardcore like anal?
Yeah, there's a
watched it?
full pen.
He was
There's
oh,
a
dude. He was
there's a
tender.
full
He
pen
was
gay
tender.
sex scene in
dude,
there.
it
How did
is-
you know,
it is-
Joe?
It is one of the
Now I'm
most
gonna
beautiful
watch it.
love stories you will ever watch.
It is.
in like an hour and 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
I teared up near the end of it. Yeah,
Damn.
it was so good.
He won a Golden Globe for
Yeah, I was gonna say
Well
that.
deserved.
I read the other day.
Yeah.
Good for them doing good stuff for the gays.
The other guy in his boyfriend or husband, I guess you say at that point,
Yeah.
in the show.
He was in the
The
Hawaii
first season
show.
of White Lotus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
I said it was a girlfriend ass show.
It's a great show.
It is good. It's just I watched it with my ex, and it just seems like a very
Yeah, it's
show
his
you'd watch
girlfriend
with your
show,
girlfriend. Yeah.
There's an art form to that though, where like find something where there's enough of it that she's into that you don't mind. So like you can just take the decision making out of it for a couple of weeks. We're not going to fight about what to watch on TV.
Yeah, which I don't know about you guys, but I don't have a problem with Love Island. Like
I've never watched it.
I can kind of get into it.
I haven't seen it.
Because the thing is they're all just dumb enough. Like you can laugh at them. Because not only are they like dumb hot people who have never had to like be good at school or a job because they're just good looking enough, but they're also all British, and British people are pretty dumb to begin with.
Isn't
So
They sound
Tyson
smart.
Fury's brother on that show?
he was, yeah,
was?
like one
Okay.
of the earlier seasons. But yeah, so like they have enough episodes of that where it's like that's just what me and my ex would watch together, and we never had to think about it because I didn't mind it to just make fun of it, and
Look at
she
that.
liked it. So
When I was in Atlanta visiting friends, I got sucked into watching the show called The Big D.
Big D.
The
that
Big
sounds
D.
awesome.
It's a whole bunch of divorced couples on like in a dating show scenario.
Are you sure it's not the Golden Bachelor?
But like one of their friends was on the show, and this was like the episode
no
where
shit.
she gets kicked out, and like it felt like Scouting Report. Like I felt like
Damn, I don't want to be watching this right now.
they're like, Sean, you're gonna meet her later on tonight. I was like, awesome. Like, what's she into?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Getting married and then not having it work. That's one of her favorite
exactly,
things.
Exactly.
I found when I was in college watching New Girl, that was a good way to, because all the girls love New Girl. And it
Yeah.
actually wasn't that bad a show. I was like,
I love New Girl.
Yeah,
Girl's a
New
great
Girl's
show.
great.
New Girl
was How I Met
was
Your
one of
Mother for
my.
me.
That has your
both
girlfriend
the two.
on it.
No, New Girl was
Yeah. Zoe,
my personal love interest, Zoe Deschanel. New Girl was one of my COVID rewatches. So was How I Met Your Mother.
okay.
And then I did all the Marvel movies again up to that point. And all the Harry Potters, yeah. Spent a lot of time by myself over COVID. The benefits of being the single dude over COVID. A lot of drinking and watching New Girl over and over again.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've been called Nick a good deal throughout my life, so
That's fair.
I can
Yeah.
see it, yeah.
I feel like you're more put together, though.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it. It's better than Schmidt, am I right?
Hey.
He's actually a fun character. I actually like Schmidt a lot.
God bless that
Speaking of
sweet boy soul.
rewatches, I rewatched Tron.
Oh, nice.
Tron.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in forever.
I love how they're like, you're in a computer, put a hockey helmet on him.
The thing about those movies that were so great is they're such low budget CGI in those, and it was like groundbreaking stuff.
At
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Everything was like hand drawn.
Yeah,
It's very like Star Wars, where
Yeah,
like
Star
you go
Wars, they
back
had,
and
like-
watch it now, and it's so obviously bad. But
Yeah.
at the time, it was like, what?
it still does it. You know,
Yeah.
it still
Yeah.
works now.
Yeah.
Like
It's
it's funny how like the Star Wars movies actually look more realistic than the final fight scene in the third Matrix movie. Which, if you guys remember that one, that's a deep cut as well, too, reference. But if you remember that one, where he's fighting Agent Smith, and it's just the worst CGI ever.
All the agents.
Yeah, all the
jumping
agents
on
around,
top of
yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Or the end
Star
of the
Wars-
last Ant-Man movie. That was
that one
atrocious.
was that was not
Yeah.
great. I was not happy about that.
But then I moved on to Tron Legacy, which I hadn't seen. So I figured I'd rewatch Tron and do
Yeah.
Legacy. It was
Did you
good.
like it?
Yeah.
I liked it too when it came out, and I know it was gonna get a sequel, but then it got canceled because it didn't do well. But I really enjoyed it as a kid, and I wanted to do the like frisbee thing, and I remember thinking like that's such a lame concept. Like, oh, they're gonna fight each other with frisbees.
yeah.
But in the movie, they made it look so cool.
Yeah.
Like boomerang frisbees,
Yeah.
too,
It's
you know? Like
it reminds me of like ancient sport. Like
Yeah.
the very first sport, like discus toss and
Yeah.
like shit like that, where it's so primitive.
and
But
Pong.
yeah, also Pong. Yes.
Less gay.
Yeah, I think they wear clothes and that. Where
Yeah, and Aiden, friend of the show, Aiden,
Aiden. Yes.
asked me to bring up Jeff Bridges' de-aged face in Tron Legacy.
Yeah.
yeah. That was,
Oh,
that
did they
was
do
insane.
that?
They did that.
That's
yeah.
The
bad.
deep fake. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was. It was almost as bad as the DH Al Pacino face in The Irishman.
They had it
That
a
was
little-
bad
Nothing
too.
about that movie was good.
I think the worst de-age I've seen was in The Mandalorian when they de-aged Mark Hamill.
yeah.
That was rough.
Put a lot of layers
I
on him.
remember that, yeah.
Only,
Yeah.
only have his face showing.
Uh-huh. He had like
I thought people liked
97
that.
shirts
I
on.
didn't watch it, but I thought people liked it.
The Mandalorian was good. I
It's a
enjoyed it,
good
yeah.
show.
The deep fake. I thought people thought it was good.
My question is, you can de-age people in regular movies, but you can't take foreskin off in porn.
That'd be funny. Yeah, the first CGI.
Or put it
porn.
back on. What if I want foreskin in my porn?
Add it, yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you
Why
trying
not?
to decircumcise people? Is that what you're saying? You want the foreskin back?
I'm
on?
very anti that
Like,
campaign.
it should be a toggle switch. You know, like closed captions,
Yeah.
foreskin, no foreskin.
That is.
Should be an option, and then like
That's
Bush,
what it's
no
gonna get
Bush.
to. You just say what you want, and then it gets created.
I'm sure it will get to that point
That
with
is
AI
one of the
generated pornography.
craziest, hills to die on is the anti-circumcision people. Have you ever seen those people?
I saw. Did you watch that show? The John. That is an HBO show. John something.
Hung?
No,
Oh,
but it was like a documentary show, and he was talking about people who were trying to regrow their foreskin.
are you talking about
Whoa.
This Place Rules?
No,
No.
I think how is it called? How
That's
to with
sweet.
John
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're
Wilson?
talking about. Yeah, but there's an actual like a big movement of it.
Pocket
And
pussy with
there
stem
was
cells.
there was people protesting it in Ferndale like a couple years ago.
That's crazy.
And there was like posters all over on the signs, like "Stop mutilating your kids, leave the foreskin on," or things like that. I'm like, that is insane.
I mean, I'm anti-circumcision, but not to the degree of like going out and making it known to other people that I care that much about what they're doing to their
Yeah.
baby's
They
penis.
just wanted
I
a
feel
reason
like
to put up pictures of penises.
if you're an
Yeah.
adult and you care that much about a baby's penis, something's wrong with you.
Yeah,
Unless
fair.
you're a doctor that does circumcisions, and in that case,
It's like I wrote a
good to go.
dissertation on little boy penises.
Yeah. I have an essay here I'd like you to read about
Yeah.
circumcision.
They say that
I
if
watched
you
a lot of
leave-
videos.
If you leave the foreskin on it, you feel more pleasure. I wouldn't know because I've never had foreskin, but I can't imagine it's like that much of a difference that like it matters.
Well, that's my take on it is how does anyone ever know? Because
Well, I mean, if they get it removed when they're older.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
That's
that is a
just
good
a
point.
thing to
That's
go through
so
later on in
painful
life,
though.
yeah.
I've heard stories of people and it
Yeah.
just sounds so not fun. You like can't get a boner for like 10 or 14 days.
Shit.
Like how am I supposed to do that? I exist.
Hey, you're,
Like I
so
should.
hold on. You're 22 years old. You're just a walking around boner all the time.
I knew I would regret converting to
Walking around
Judaism.
stiffed up 24/7.
Listen,
Like I'm in middle school.
get your foreskin cut off and do cocaine for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You'll be just
You're
fine.
good.
Yeah, oh, there you go. Yeah.
Like,
Or
I knew I
just
shouldn't have converted to Judaism.
be fucking hammered the whole time for 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are two ways to get around that.
Yeah, or just
I wonder if Jeff Bridges is circumcised.
yeah. That's a good question. I wonder if he's ever had. His
I wonder if he's packing because he's a pretty tall, like wider set dude.
He
I feel like he's got a nice unit at least.
Wish you would have asked that question before I was watching the Tron movie because
He's in the skin tight suit.
Well, that had to have been like the original gray sweatpants, you know, just
The
Yeah,
Tron
I
suit.
looked up Jeff Bridges' penis, and the first thing is Jeff Bridges was too well endowed for his Tron costume.
Oh, so yeah, Jeff
He's-
Bridges
yeah,
is
he's got a
packing.
good-
If there's an article out there about how you're packing,
Yeah.
you're packing.
It's a John Hamm effect. John Hamm can't play Batman because he's got too big of a dick to fucking fit in the Batsuit things. Yeah.
No way.
They put Batman in like loose fitting blue jeans.
Yeah, either that or he has like the most polite agent. It's like, John, you didn't get it. Your dick was too big.
Yeah, maybe he got the tuck underwear from Target, and so that's how they're able to do it.
What's the tuck underwear?
Yeah, it was like
Oh,
a
you
thing.
never
People
heard
were
about these?
protesting that
No.
Target was
There's a
selling,
big
like,
controversy.
Target was selling like tuck friendly underwear.
It was like ladies,
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
like ladies bikini underwear
I
that
thought
had
it was the
a spot
was
to
who does
tuck it.
The was it sheath?
Oh, sheath, yeah, the
They do
underwear
that.
for
You get, like, they have
your
the-
dick and your balls.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's like two separate compartments.
That seems
I like
like
to
too
think of
much
it as
work
like
to
your
put
dick
on your
lives
underwear.
upstairs from your balls.
Unless
They're like
there's
in
an
two different
elephant design
apartments.
on the trunk.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
that
into
feels
it.
like too much
Or a
work.
snake
If it's,
even,
You
yeah.
know, taking a piss and you have to like snake your dick through like a hole to like put it back into its place. I don't know. It just feels like too much work.
Yeah.
That's why I just always drop trow completely when I get to the urinal.
Yeah.
That would wig me the fuck out if like Trixie's bathroom.
You just see someone with their pants at their ankles pissing at the urinal.
Oh, by the way, this has nothing to do with Jeff Bridges. Are people still doing Trixie's or no?
Nah, I guess not.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's I was wondering because I've been told not to go there, but then I see people post about it on Facebook, so I wasn't sure if Trixie's back or not.
From my understanding, it's just not a good spot.
Okay.
It's the only bathroom
Yeah.
door I could think of that was always open.
Yeah.
So
fair.
that's
You just walking by, you take a peek, and you're like, oh shit, that's.
I know
even
a few bars where there's just no door on the men's restroom, and it's
dude.
like this is where you come to get stabbed on
This
your
is
way.
where you
Like
come.
you get drunk enough, and you get stabbed on your way out of there.
Sneakers in Ferndale, fucking great bar.
Sneakers is great.
They have a sliding kind of barn style door, but it's like the bottom half is like this high off the ground, like as high as the table is, and the top half is like up to here. So it only really it barely covers you while you're in there.
That's a bathroom you should definitely pull your pants down to your ankles
Yeah.
when you go piss in the urinal.
a bar I
Exert
used to
dominance over
manage.
everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone in the bar, they
Yeah.
can all see your bare ass.
Before you guys got here, we were talking about like girls who suck dick in the bathroom at the club, and they just got a short skirt on. They're on the floor, like their pussy's just like waving right over like this urine infested floor.
Yeah.
I'm just
This bar I used to work at,
All
the owner wanted
just
to up
saying,
the capacity at a bathroom. So, and there's a single toilet in the women's restroom with the locked door.
Oh, I know where
he
you're going
added
with this.
2 toilets. So, like, it was basically like if you needed toilet paper, you needed to ask the girl on the shitter next to you to like no
jeez.
partition, no nothing, just a room with 2 toilets.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
it was uncomfortable.
Ladies, though, it's weird. I've heard so many stories about chicks just like, yeah, we piss together and we become best
Yeah.
friends in the bathroom at the bar. And
yeah.
it's crazy. You
Papa
put
Sean and I
you
cross
put.
streams a couple times.
I mean, yeah,
up,
the
guys?
boys do that stuff too. But I feel like you put 2 ladies who have never met each other in the bar bathroom together after a few drinks, and they'll come out best fucking friends.
Yeah, women are so much nicer to each other than men are. Now, obviously, when a woman gets mean to the other one, that it gets worse
I was
than
gonna say,
we are,
and they
right?
talk about each other behind each other's backs way
Yeah.
more than we
Yeah.
do. Like, if I have a problem with someone, I'll just say it to your fucking face.
It's an old bit that I had about how, like, I think men should talk to each other more like how women talk to each other.
Glow up, King.
Glow up, yeah. Just always, constantly, just
Slay, kid.
yeah, straight up. Anytime you see somebody post something on Instagram, the girl's always just like, "Oh my god, you look amazing. You're beautiful. I love you."
That used to bother the shit. I don't know why it bothered me, and I would tell people like, because I would see like girls like a picture and leave a comment so pretty, and I'm like, that girl is fucking atrocious. Like, what are you
I think
saying?
you're just
that
a big
for?
hater.
I was gonna say why the reason it bothers you is because dudes don't do it for each
Yeah.
other, and
I'm gonna
dudes
start
need
doing
to
that
do
too.
it for
Every
each
time
other.
You post, I'm like, man,
Yeah.
your hair's on point today.
I did that to you
at you.
once when you
Yeah.
had the good lineup.
Oh, yeah, I
think
loved it,
I
dude.
left a comment.
I commented on your last Instagram
You
post.
did.
I'm a big Instagram post commenter on because dudes
You made
don't
fun
do
of
it
me for My
enough.
story post
Which one?
when I was at the gym.
Oh no, it's a joke that me and my buddy
Yeah,
have
I know,
because every
I
time
know.
I go to the gym and I don't post a picture of it, he's just like, "Yo, you don't actually lose any calories if you don't post a picture of it if you go to the gym."
That's facts.
I was like, "That's true, yeah."
That's facts. Yeah. How else would people know that you're working out?
It's very fair.
Yeah.
What's the other Bridges movie that I wanted to talk about? My friend told me to check this one out. I can't remember the name of it, but it is about he's on like a road trip with his wife, and he stops at a gas station, goes in to like fill up gas, and then he comes out and she's just gone missing, and he's searching for her.
And
It's a really weird movie.
And he's all pissed off because she was halfway through sucking his dick, and now he has blue balls.
I gotta come.
He has blue balls, and he has to find his wife.
That'd be a good movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a guy
It's called
who's
Blue Ball.
And walk around with a huge heart on.
yeah.
apparently.
You can just see
I
his.
don't know the name of that movie, but I will say this. I totally remembered another great Jeff Bridges movie,
Yeah.
Hell or High Water.
Oh yeah, that is a good
okay.
one.
Yeah.
No dick sucking in that one,
No
but
dick sucking, sadly.
He goes
Brothers.
back. He's been in
Good old Southern
in
boys in
movies
there.
for quite
well,
some
they're
time.
southern. I
Yeah.
mean, shit, you never know down south.
What's his earliest IMDb cred? Like
Let's find out.
Yeah, that's got to be.
Well,
60.
we didn't talk about his
Seven-
brothers. I don't know if
'Cause
he's
he-
No
Nepo,
Bridges. I know that
but
one.
he's got some boys.
Well, because they were born into an acting family.
Yeah.
Both of their parents were
Okay,
actors.
so he is a Nepo boy.
Yeah, he's a total nepo baby.
Okay.
He was born in Los Angeles too. So
good for him.
He's one of those.
of course he
Hollywood
joined the
libs.
fucking Coast Guard. He's a
Yeah.
FAG from LA.
Yeah,
All right.
one in an LA jacket today.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
Hold on, is
You're a
it
Hollywood
a soccer
lib, too.
jersey?
yeah.
Yeah.
I've been called the gayest straight man people know on multiple occasions, so I'll take it.
Most
It's a compliment.
earliest,
It is a compliment. It's a really easy way to get women.
yeah.
Because they're like, oh, gay best friend. And then you're like, nope, I'm actually straight.
No, yeah.
The company she
And it
keeps
never
earliest, credit in 1951. He was uncredited though. I'm assuming fucking.
He was
extra
like
for his
a
dad,
baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, just the baby in the shot.
He's playing the baby.
There's a lot of like actors like that. Oh, you know what? That's actually funny that you said that because Gunnar always tells me Jeff Bridges' first movie credit, he was a literal baby. It was a movie his dad was in, and he was a literal baby.
Okay.
And because his dad had just had him, they were like, "We'll just use my son," and instead of paying for a baby actor.
He got his SAG card then.
Talk about sad.
It was like
He's
pinned to
fucking
his
old now.
crib.
Yeah.
Another Bridges movie that's wild. Who's the guy? He was one of the Monty Python guys, and he started directing
John
movies.
Cleese? No.
No, he did a movie called Tideland. Have you guys ever heard of that one?
Tideland. No.
People eating laundry detergent.
No. This one's fucked up.
Alabama fans.
No.
Yeah, right. It's a movie about Mobile, Alabama. Roll Tide, baby.
He's
Is it a rapist?
he's married. He's got a kid.
Throwing it out there.
His wife and him both enjoy heroin. Going back to heroin.
Hey.
Wait, are they rack heroin users like this Harvard
Oh, yeah,
professor?
yeah.
Or they're heavy into it?
Yeah, they're heavy into it. Yeah, and it's real fucked up because his wife passes away, and then him and his daughter go live somewhere else. He keeps using heroin, and then throughout the movie, he just looks worse and worse and worse as it happens. And then you find out, near the end, the twist is that he had died also, and it's just a figment of his daughter's imagination. And the body's still there.
That's crazy.
So
His
it's all
daughter's
fucked
taking
up.
heroin too?
Yeah, no, probably will start after that movie. Yeah,
Probably.
They should have called that shit Sixth Needle.
Yeah.
I see fucking dead people. Was she on heroin too, just tripping out?
No, I watched that a while ago, but that's a movie that sticks to you. It sticks with you.
It sticks to you.
Yeah.
It's like another
Sticks you.
Requiem of a Dream-esque where you're just like, I'm never doing drugs ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Requiem fucked me up, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then you watch Wolf of
more
Wall
like
Street,
rectum.
and you're like, "Bring me all the drugs, please."
Yeah.
I still get fucking annoyed by the fact that people try to make that dude look like a hero.
Oh, he was a total
He's
piece
a
of
fucking
shit.
criminal piece of shit.
Yeah, total piece of shit. And
stole
scammed
so much
so
money
much,
out of
scammed
people,
so many
yeah.
fucking people. Like if you look at him like a hero, then you must look at Bernie Madoff like a hero too,
yeah.
which is insane
He just found a
behavior.
loophole. He's smart. He's
You guys ever worked in a sales environment?
sort of
No.
not to the that degree.
Yeah, well, I have, and they have just posters of him up all over the walls and shit. You're just
gay.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Coffees for closers.
Yeah, you're
you
just
know,
shut up.
Yeah.
sales jobs are the worst.
Do we see
Those are
Margot
funny.
Robbie's nipples in that movie? I forget. Is it full nip?
Full nip.
Hell
full
yeah.
badge. Full everything.
Full frontal.
Full frontal.
They do a colonoscopy on her. That's a scene.
Got Mr. Skin over here. Yeah.
Trust me.
Joe is feetfinder.com in
Yeah.
human form.
I wasn't paying attention to the badge. I was like, they cut it off right above her feet, right at her ankles. I was like, God damn it, Marty!
You're a foot guy.
I want to see
huh?
those toes.
Yeah.
So this is the rumor about Quentin Tarantino being a foot guy, which if you ever watch any of his movies,
It's
there's
totally
always
true.
feet
Yeah.
everywhere in them. But I think Margot Robbie's the foot person because if you watch a lot of her movies, it's like Barbie.
She's
There's a
got
ton of her
in
feet in that one. Yeah, there's a ton of her feet in that one too as well.
Tanya, she has to wear fucking shoes.
I
now.
Tanya was great.
Yeah, I know, but it's
Fantastic, yeah.
a big feet heavy sport. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
hockey
Skates,
or
yeah.
whatever it's called.
Hockey.
Figure skating.
Hockey.
Hockey is also a feet heavy sport.
Feet heavy sport. I like it. Changing the game here.
Yeah.
I just like calling figure skating hockey. Like, you're on ice skates. It's fucking close
Same
enough.
thing.
I want figure skating where you can fight. That sounds fun.
That's
Everyone.
what Tanya was.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, true.
yeah.
Be
Yeah.
dangerous, man. Like,
Yeah.
one roundhouse, like
Yeah, that's like that scene in Blades of Glory. What is it, the flying lotus? Who fucking chops her head off.
Chuck Norris on ice.
There was a kid who just got killed recently in the professional hockey league in England.
Yeah, I heard about that.
way, yeah, it's scary
That's
shit.
why. Fucking pussies.
Well, because he's English?
Yeah.
I think he was a Canadian guy. Played over there. Yeah.
He probably was.
He knew what he was doing then.
Hockey is like 90% Canucks.
What a
Yeah.
bad place to play hockey. Like, their dental service is already shit.
Yeah.
Did you play hockey?
I did. Growing up, I played a little. We played pond hockey though.
Okay.
Yeah, and some beer league stuff as well too. But other than that, it was whatever.
Did you play any lacrosse growing up?
No, not at all. Lacrosse never was big for some reason in Windsor, but it was big almost everywhere else in Canada. I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's big now there. I haven't lived in Windsor in about 20 years, but you know. Shout out Windsor.
Shout out Windsor.
Shout out Windsor.
Yeah, Windsor's a dope town.
CA.
I like it.
Were you're 22? Were you going to Windsor to drink when you were like 20 years old or 19?
No.
No.
I was living out in Colorado for a year when I was 20, so that was part of that. And then
It was legal. out there.
never really. I've never been a big like club, bar,
Yeah,
thing
same.
like that, so I never really saw a purpose to it.
Gotcha.
But then, yeah, my 21st, I went to Greektown, which is the only casino in Detroit you can still smoke inside at.
Even MGM, I thought they had like designated smoking areas, right?
There's 2 slot machine rooms at MGM where you can
Yeah.
smoke, but it's slots only. There's no table games you can
Yeah.
smoke at MGM, which is tough. I like to play blackjack and
Casinos.
With a
like
big
it's-
cigar.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
There's
I like to
something
wear
about
a
being
monocle and a top hat into the casino and smoke a foot-long cigar at the blackjack table.
Yeah.
There's also
Ash
Dirty
it
on-
onto
dirty
the
on black.
table like an
Yeah.
asshole.
there's something missing, like the Greasy Spoon Diner, where it's like 3:00 in the morning, ripping a cig, having a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like
What's that meme? It's like women with a time machine. I'm your great-great-grandmother or whatever. Men with a time machine. Damn, I want to smoke a cigarette in this mall.
Yeah, dude, I'm old enough to remember the little foil ashtrays they would leave out in the food court at the malls.
That's awesome.
Right? And those are the coolest things ever. And they're just like 10 cents each.
Yeah.
And they just leave them out at the mall in the food court.
I remember airplanes smelling like cigarettes.
I remember flying to Lebanon when I was 14 years old. Now again, this is way
that
pre 9/11.
That had been just
Right? So
You were allowed on planes back then.
That was ball. Yeah, right.
no, this is the point
I
where,
was
like,
still allowed to fly.
This is the craziest part about it is that like my parents dropped us off at the airport, walked us literally to the gate, and then we're like, "All right, guys, you have fun on your flight. We'll, once you land, your grandma's gonna call and let us know, right?"
Yeah.
Here's the bag that I packed
They
for you.
don't. No more TSA stuff.
filled
no more
with
having to
plastic.
go through and like that stuff. That was before that, and I was I was thinking about it the other day. It blew my mind, and people were like literally.
Blew a lot more than your mind.
Yeah. This was 90. Oh shit! This is like 98.
The plane.
99, yeah. But then also on the plane, there was a guy who smoked a cigarette. I remember that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, if
You're
if
barely
someone's
allowed
gonna
to bring a lighter on a fucking plane
Yeah.
anymore.
If someone's gonna smoke a cigarette on a plane, it's a Lebanese guy. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude, can you imagine how crazy
You have some great stories from
an what do you call it?
Interpol.
Intercontinental.
No, not intercontinental. Like when you're just in the country.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
A Chinese flight before they banned smoking on planes. Because they have some harsh ass cigarettes in China and they fucking love cigs in China.
Oh, yeah. I always see the meme of the TikTok of the dude who always opens up his drawer and like just pulls a bunch of cash out and like 5 packs of cigarettes just to go out to dinner at one place.
Yeah.
He just sits there and smokes five packs of cigarettes.
It's the gnarliest shrimp that you've ever seen. Yeah.
Drinks 19 beers and just has to record all of it on TikTok. And it's the ridiculous thing ever.
He's
Dude.
a Chinese guy?
I'm somewhere in that general area. I'm not sure where.
Southeast Asia,
Taiwan.
somewhere like that, yeah. Dude, you would need a full blown fucking respirator to get on a plane in China in like
I'd imagine
1988.
Jeez.
That'd be insane.
That's why they're all Never mind.
Don't do it.
Say it.
Stop it.
They're all
Don't.
wearing masks now.
I was gonna say that's why they're all squinting all the time. They can't see through the fucking smoke.
That was better than mine.
Oh, God damn it.
Ollie, save us.
I'm sorry, my sweet papa.
It's like, where's my goddamn seat?
What's your last name? That's not going to be helpful.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Poor guy.
Who's Qui-Gon Jinn? That name sounds familiar.
It's
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson in Phantom Menace.
Oh, okay.
It's, I just, whenever we make jokes about a Chinese name, that's my go-to because it's like he's a white Irish actor and they gave him like a Chinese ass name, but I guess it's Star Wars.
He plays
so
Ras
whatever.
Al Ghul in Batman.
Yeah, he's
that's,
played
you know.
2 Chinese white dudes.
Ras Al Ghul was, I think, a Middle Eastern guy.
Yeah.
I think he's Chinese, but he has a Middle Eastern name,
Yeah.
which is weird.
Because in Batman Begins, they like trick Bruce Wayne into thinking that the Chinese guy with the big long Fu Manchu mustache is Ras Al Ghul.
Which is fair. He's
I would assume
so.
that's
he's
Ras
a
Al
white
Ghul.
billionaire. Probably,
Yeah.
probably has gotten ahead in life by profiling.
Yeah.
If Papa Sean and I walked into a restaurant and we both put in food orders, right? Mm-hmm. And they're like, order, and we're the only two people in there, and they go, order for Sean. And they're going to automatically look. If they looked at me first, I'd be like, what are we doing here, guys? What's going on?
Order for Ras Al Ghul.
Raz? Do you say Raz or Raish? I see that debate come up on it.
Raz, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I always...
Raish Al Ghul.
People say it's Ras Al Ghul, yeah.
But they say it Ras Al Ghul.
In the fucking movie.
I've heard it different ways in the Batman universe, right? I think
Oh,
it was
okay.
in the Gotham Knights video game. God, I'm a fucking nerd. The Gotham Knights video game, they refer to him as Ras Al Ghul.
Okay.
Right? And then in the Batman Begins, it was Raz.
Yeah.
Like the whole Dark Knight trilogy, I think it was Raz.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the Batman animated series, I think they call him Ras Al Ghul there too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of rewatching the animated series right now.
Okay.
Very good. The one with Mark Hamill as the Joker.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. So good.
It's an amazing show, dude.
It's all on HBO.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They have all the DC stuff on there.
Who's Jeff Bridges playing Batman?
Jeff Bridges would be Hugo Strange.
That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Hugo Strange.
We
I
did a
think,
bit
yeah,
in
that'd
the. Me and a couple of my buddies were doing a bit in the car the other day about if you were like a shitty Batman villain, what would you be? And
Kite Man.
Kite Man.
It's an actual villain.
I was
He
gonna
a guy
say-
who just wore a kite and flew around the city.
I would be my villain name would be What Goes Up, and I would trap elevators halfway in between floors.
Oh, that would terrify some people.
Yeah,
Have you guys seen the?
and I would terrorize Gotham from the elevator shafts.
Everyone's stuck in the elevator.
I need to stop What Goes Up. The mayor is
stuck
caught
in
in
the
between the third and fourth floor on the town hall building.
The Harley Quinn animated series on
I've seen some of
HBO
it. Yeah.
is pretty cool, good right now. They have like they show all the shitty villains and they're like Calendar Man. There was an actual guy, I think. I don't know if it was a joke or if it was an actual villain, but it was like who just had ketchup and mustard spray.
Oh yeah, Condiment King.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
I used to
Isn't
love
there like
Harley.
isn't there a guy
Villains
with
just
like
named
money
racist.
signs all over his suit?
The Riddler.
No, it's the question marks. I'm trying to remember now.
Because he's not the Riddler.
No.
There's a different like Inquisitor guy, and he has question marks on his suit.
There's
The question marks is the Riddler.
Okay, but then there's like a different
Yeah.
there's
Inquisitive.
Victor Zsasz who like cuts numbers in his skin.
For everybody he kills, yeah.
Bridges would make a solid Two-Face.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
would.
Yeah.
I mean, Tommy Lee Jones, him and Tommy Lee Jones, they kind of have a similar thing.
Yeah.
The Gotham show, the guy who was in Barry,
Oh
the
yeah,
bald
Anthony
guy.
Kerrigan.
Yeah, he played Victor Zsasz in that, and I was just like, I don't like this.
You don't like bald Victor Zsasz?
No, Victor Zsasz was a bald guy, but just the way he portrayed him, I was like, this is kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you play Injustice?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Played the shit out of that game.
Gunnar, my older brother, got Injustice 2 during like the Steam sale this winter, and he bought all like the DLC characters and shit. And I'm a huge Ninja Turtles guy, and they
Yeah.
have Leonardo in there. And I'm,
Dude.
yeah,
Going back to video games here, Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin's coming out.
I know.
That's gonna be a great video game.
Very
Yeah.
pumped.
The Last Ronin is a very dark take on the Ninja Turtles universe where 3 of the turtles die and you're just play as the lone one, and you have to just go through like the way I guess the way the game is set up is you have to go through the city and just
Kill everyone.
fight all the because it's gotten taken over by Shredder. And his
Yeah,
crew.
and you're like getting revenge for your brothers. Yeah.
Is Krang in it?
It might be, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know all the details. I can't wait for that game to come out.
Who's the pizza sponsor? Domino's still?
Pizza Hut still, man.
Okay.
Wasn't it Pizza Hut before?
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
was Pizza
always
Hut in the
been
first
Pizza
movie.
Hut.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't remember if it was in the.
I don't know if Pizza Hut has the money to be doing product placement in Ninja Turtles movies anymore. Pizza Hut kind of seems to be on its last leg.
That's fair.
Yeah, it can't be Little Caesars because that's from Detroit. It's not New York.
Yeah.
No.
It was Sbarro.
Sbarro.
Sparrows.
Yeah.
Michael Scott pizza of choice.
Yeah.
That is such a good episode.
Riley, what do the rest of your notes say?
I got Cutter's Way in here, which is a movie I've also never seen, but have been recommended to watch by a lot of different people who I know have good taste in movies. It's a Jeff Bridges movie.
Sure.
His middle name is Leon, which I would put as a part of the dope middle name club, which I also put
If
myself
you heard
in.
Jeffrey Leon, you wouldn't think Jeff Bridges. You would think black man.
Yeah, if his name was just Jeffrey Leon, yeah. I would think a guy like Samuel L. Jackson who wears like Kangol hats and has like a nice set of glasses. Yeah. But yeah. Are you in the cool middle name
JLB?
club, Joe?
No.
What's your middle name?
Michael?
How about you?
I've got 2 middle names.
So you're automatically in the cool middle name
Sean
club
Michael
if you're
Francis,
doubled up.
So I get to
Michael
sign
Francis.
MS.
Oh.
What about yourself?
I'm gonna scare some people with my middle name right now. Full name, Ayman. First name, Ali. Middle name, Yassine. Second middle name, Daher.
And this is why he's not allowed to fly.
Yeah.
You don't have your clear pass.
I flew out to Boston to visit my sister about a year and change ago, and it was me and my little brother. And on the flight back, he's in front of me in line, and he's walking through the TSA, and they let him go through. And then I'm walking through, and the guy's like, "All right, so we're just gonna get you to step aside here, just a random search, and we're gonna do a quick pat down on you as well." I was like, all right. And then before they do the pat down, they have to do like a whole spiel that they have to say to you about what they're doing it. And I just looked at the TSA guy in the face. I go, "Hey, bud, both you and I have been here before. Can we just go? Like,
Yeah.
I want to go get a coffee right now."
I know how this goes. Does your sister have the same middle name as you?
I think my sister's middle name is just my dad's name.
Okay.
Yeah. I know, it's a weird thing where I'm the oldest son, so I think I get the 2 middle
Oh, so
names.
you
Yeah.
okay? So you get.
But it's also too because like in Islamic tradition, you are supposed to be named after you name your son after your father. So like I was supposed to be named after my grandfather, Yassine, but then my grandfather told my dad, he goes, "Don't do that."
Yeah.
They're like, "Why?" He goes, "Because one day you're gonna get mad at me and start swearing against my name, and then start talking about your son that way." He's like, "I don't want you to happen to you."
Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah.
You go to apply for like the pre-clear check thing. You just get a message back. Nice try, lol.
Too many vowels in your name.
Yeah. I see a hyphen, some H's, some vowels. It's going to be a no from me.
Yeah.
Not happening.
If you have to phonetically spell my name out and you have to put an AH in there, like they're like, "No,
Yeah.
get him out of here." Another great Jeff Bridges movie, Starman.
I'm not familiar.
Are you?
I haven't seen it either.
So it's what's the game they play in it? So it's like that one. It's a old arcade game where you're like a ship and you have to like fly up.
Galaga.
Kind of like Galaga, right?
Yeah.
And he's like the best Galaga player.
That
if I'm remembering
sounds
the movie
so
right,
fucking Jeff Bridges.
yeah. So if I'm remembering it right, I'm gonna read the synopsis of it here to make sure I'm
Was it
referring to it right.
before or after Tron?
No, I'm thinking of a different one now. This is a different one. Starman is actually Jenny Hayden never did go over the death of her husband, so when an alien life form decides to model himself on the husband, Jenny is understandably confused, if not terrified. The alien, or Starman, as he is called, has a deadline to meet and kidnaps Jenny in order to meet it. So I'm thinking of a different movie here, but this one definitely is something I would probably recommend.
That's pretty
I'm
cool.
gonna watch it, yeah. No, the one I was thinking of, I can't remember it, but
He's a pro Galaga player.
yeah, I don't think it was Jeff Bridges now. I think it may have been somebody else, but he's essentially a pro Galaga player, and then Alien Life Force comes in and be like, "Hey, you're the best at this. We need you to come help us fucking kill all these other people, aliens that are doing whatever." So he has to be the
Logic and sound.
yeah.
I want a modern remake of that, but they get like a 13-year-old kid who's killer at Fortnite, and they're like, "Hey, we need you to come.
Isn't that just pixels?
We need you to come kill all these aliens because you're really fucking good at Fortnite."
Or he's got a flight simulator in his.
Yeah, one of those like incel 14-year-olds who has a
that's-
flight sim in his bedroom.
Oh no, that was the Jeff Bridges. I think wasn't that movie, but it was the book.
It's called The Last Starfighter. Is the name of the movie? I'm thinking of, yeah.
Does it as
okay.
Jeff Bridges?
It's not Jeff Bridges. It's a guy named Lance Guest.
Lance Armstrong.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the whole time the aliens are like,
What
ha
was
ha,
it?
you
Ender's
have
Game.
one
Was Jeff
testicle.
Bridges in Ender's Game?
No, that was
Okay.
Harrison Ford.
Oh,
I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Something just popped up on the recording.
Oh, Jeff Bridges is Buddhist too,
Is he?
Is he?
which I
That
don't know
makes
why,
sense.
but that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
No.
It makes sense.
He seems like he chills in his house all day, smokes weed, does Buddhism, and plays Galaga.
Well, so actually,
Oh no, he was in The Giver, not.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was in
The
The
Giver.
Giver. Yeah.
so Jeff Bridges is a Buddhist. This makes sense now because he was talking about how he went to a Hollywood party once, and there was a guy that he met there who was talking to him about how his character in the Big Lebowski very much aligns with the beliefs of Buddhism. So there's a book that he co-wrote called like the Dude and the Art of Buddhism or something like that.
The Dude of Boods.
Yeah. And he was talking about how like they were just kind of hung out on like a California ranch for 5 days and just it was a hang and they wrote this entire book over 5 days.
Nice.
That time, yeah.
The dude has reached Zen.
Yeah.
The dude abides.
Oh yeah.
The Dude of Boods.
What's the other guy's name? Jeffrey Epstein?
Not much of a writer that guy was.
It was the Buddha.
The Buddha.
He met the Buddha at a Hollywood party. That'd be fucking nuts.
Yeah. Are you sure it wasn't just coke?
Yeah. The wildest thing that I read about that whole Epstein release was about Stephen Hawking. Did you?
Oh.
did you hear about
And
this?
the naked midgets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he liked to watch naked midgets do math equations on a chalkboard that was too tall for them.
They'd like get up on their tippy toe.
I was getting it.
That's a nightmare blunt rotation. It's like Stephen Hawking, Jeffrey Epstein. I would not want to smoke weed with those guys.
You imagine.
Did you guys hear the crazy?
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking. This thing. I just found out about this, and it's still blowing my mind. So he cheated on his wife with his nurse. Now, his nurse, her husband at the time, so she was married to somebody else.
She was cheating too.
Yes, her
Baller.
husband. Hold on, it gets worse.
Cucked
Her
by
husband-
Hawking.
Fuck this guy.
Stephen Cucking.
Even worse, cucking. Her husband was such a big fan of his, and he's like an electrical engineer or something like that. And he helped create the device that allowed Stephen Hawking to talk.
So he basically
He-
got his wife fucked by Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
He created the
He
device
built
that
his own
allowed her to
downfall.
be seduced by.
Yeah. He
Stephen
gave
Hawking.
Stephen Hawking the ability to riz his wife.
Yeah, it's like
What
if I
a
created
fucking
Instagram.
loser. That is the
insane.
ultimate cuck.
Yeah.
Stephen Cucking. That is insane. May God rest his badass soul.
Good for him.
Yeah, that is a crazy life.
Get over here, girl.
Yeah.
I
Use a fine motherfucker. Won't you back that thing up?
and I remember reading that, and I was just like, "This is the most insane shit I've ever heard in my entire life."
It would make sense
Hawking,
that
like,
Stephen
in
Hawking was a
Atlanta,
fan
like,
of Juvenile.
Strip club and just like some
From
like,
the
black
window
chick with a badass
to the
like,
wall.
twerking on his chair.
He's just going there for the wings.
Do you think he got an attachment on his wheelchair that was like a money shooter so he could throw bills at the
pretty
strip
sick.
club? It's just like a little money fan.
Do you think his dick also like? How do you think his dick?
I don't think about his dick very often. to be
How do
honest
you
with
think? But that's the thing too. Is like, yeah, he cheated on his wife. How did he fuck that lady? Did he
Girl,
fuck? Was he
you're a
just
star.
crazy at eating
Well,
puss?
I've heard that like guys
Did she have to
are-
just like position him between her thighs and be like, "Go to work, honey"?
I've heard that guys who are like paralyzed, like they have to have someone jerk them off because if they have a buildup of like cum in their balls, it could like.
It'll cause a black hole.
That's what I told my high school girlfriend.
Like, I need to come.
I'll die.
I need help. Yeah, maybe there's all these paraplegic guys are all making that up. So
Yeah.
they get free handies.
No Nut November is actually like a life altering experience. You're
Yeah.
near death by day 30 of it.
Yeah. My version of No Nut November is not to wake up in the loony bin in December. So I was successful this past year. So
Look at that. You made it.
I told somebody that I was doing damp January. Instead of dry January, just damp January, where I'm just cutting back on the booze.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not drinking as much as I was, avoiding shots, things like that. And he goes, "Oh, that's great. You're just doing something responsible and giving it a fucking kooky nickname. Good for you, bud."
Yeah,
not
I feel like
killing people February.
that's how you make things fun is you give it a little nickname and it makes shitty stuff more fun.
Doing no fentanyl February.
no
No
murder march.
February.
No February.
See, I'm doing the exact opposite. Fenty Fab.
Yeah, fentanyl.
Fenty Feb.
Yeah.
Well, it's like they say, like, you know, there's a Holocaust or a genocide.
Be careful.
But then there's also
Yeah, very easy.
there's also
Tread lightly.
there's also ethnic cleansing, which is just like a cute, fun little
That's
nickname
what
for a
the-
genocide.
Battlefield.
Sounds like a
Earth.
Dove commercial.
Yeah, right. And that's like if you give something a fun, cute little nickname, it sounds a lot less bad. So
The Battlefield Earth, I just found out, is just a fucking
Scientology.
yeah,
yeah,
just an
and
explanation of the whole.
We did a whole episode. Yeah,
fucking
check out our
Travolta,
Travolta.
crazy, crazy bad actor.
Yeah, speaking of Travolta, you guys missed out on one of his greatest roles, the man in the bubble.
The Man in the Bubble.
The Man in the
It
Bubble.
It was one of his very first movies. It was a made-for-TV movie.
Oh, shit.
And he plays a kid with like an immunodeficiency, and he's not allowed.
He's a bubble boy.
Yeah, he's a bubble boy.
Nice.
And he falls in love with his like neighbor girl, and it's crazy because at one point
Stephen Hawking.
they have a bubble set up for him where he's able to sit outside, but he's in the bubble, and she's riding around it in her horse, like the outside of it, and he goes, "Hey, jump over my bubble with a horse," and she like hits something and it nearly pops the bubble, and the mom like yelled at her and freaked out. That was one of the weirdest movies I've ever seen.
The Man in the Cuddle, and instead of being obsessed with his cute neighbor, he gets molested by the 30-year-old man who lives next door.
What is this another movie?
No, I'm just, instead of The Man in the Bubble, it's The Man in the Cuddle.
Give it a cute nickname.
Yeah, exactly. The Man in the Cuddle.
All right, we've been at this for a while. Does everyone want to say their favorite Jeff Bridges movie, and then we can end this thing?
Let's do it.
Big Lebowski, I think, is mine.
Yeah, I hate to copy you, but Big Lebowski is probably my favorite role. It's
Yeah, it's a
the
go-to.
Jeff Bridges I would want to hang out with.
Non-comedy is probably True Grit.
Okay.
I'd say yeah, it's either True Grit or again Surf's Up. I love that movie so
Oh
much.
yeah, Surf's Up is great.
I love
Yeah.
Surf's Up.
And I think we'll see you next time.
Where's yours?
No, we have to end it on that.